Hey guys, welcome to another video. More than 339 million doses of the COVID vaccine have been administered in the United States. So far, about 2/3 of eligible Americans received the vaccine. 11 states have yet to vaccinate at least 40% of their residents. The Delta variant, it now makes up more than 80% of COVID cases in the United States. So overall, COVID cases, hospitalizations, and deaths are all going up. So according to data from the United States Department of Health and Human Services, hospitalizations have been increasing for about 3 weeks, rising about 37% over the past week. This is what happens when we don't have enough people getting vaccinated. We fail to reach herd immunity. Now we have the more contagious and scarier Delta variant going around. So to prevent further spread of that Delta virus, the CDC updated its mask guidance today to recommend that fully vaccinated people wear masks indoors if you're in a region that has substantial or high transmission of COVID. So in areas of this country with high transmission, that's about 2/3 of the country. CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky said, quote, "In recent days, I've seen new scientific data from recent outbreak investigations showing that the Delta variant behaves uniquely differently from past strains of the virus. This new science is worrisome and unfortunately warrants an update to our recommendations. This is not a decision that the CDC made lightly." So this recommendation is based on new, yet to be published data showing that vaccinated people infected with the Delta variant can have as much virus in their nose as people who are not vaccinated. Overall, vaccinated people still play a small role in transmission, and breakthrough infections are overall rare. Now remember, the vaccine is great at preventing severe COVID. With these mRNA vaccines, Pfizer and Moderna, they're 95% effective at preventing severe COVID. And with that Delta variant, it's slightly less than that, but it's still pretty close. The new guidance from the CDC also recommends that fully vaccinated people should be tested 3 to 5 days after a possible or known exposure, and to continue to wear a mask when in an indoor public setting for the next 14 days or until a negative test result. So also all people at a school, that includes students, teachers, staff, visitors, they all need to wear a mask regardless of their vaccination status. And the new mask guidance is frustrating because if everyone got the vaccine, we wouldn't be in this situation. And that's why the vaccine mandates are coming. Americans who refuse vaccinations are not only endangering themselves, but those who can't get the vaccine, like children. They're also endangering some people who did get the vaccine, like the 9 million Americans who are immunocompromised. For some immunocompromised people, blood tests show that the vaccine does not mount an adequate antibody response against the virus. That's sometimes what happens when people take medicine to suppress their immune system. For example, when someone is undergoing chemotherapy or if they had a kidney transplant. This week, there was a study just published by Johns Hopkins researchers which found that vaccinated immunocompromised people are almost 500 times more likely to be hospitalized or die of COVID compared to non-immunocompromised people who were vaccinated. Herd immunity was supposed to protect them, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So COVID vaccine mandates are coming. More than 50 health and medical groups, including the American Medical Association, the American College of Physicians, the American Academy of Pediatrics, and the American Public Health Association, they all issued a joint statement calling for all healthcare and long-term care employers to mandate employees to be vaccinated. The Department of Veterans Affairs also announced that it's going to require its frontline health workers to be vaccinated. Other organizations are mandating it as well. So Bill de Blasio announced that employees of all New York City public hospitals and health clinics will be required to get vaccinated or otherwise get regularly tested. California will require all state employees and healthcare workers to provide proof of vaccination status or get regular testing. President Biden will announce this Thursday that there's going to be a requirement for all federal employees and contractors to get the vaccine, or otherwise there are going to be mitigation precautions and testing. So far, the vaccines have received Emergency Use Authorization, or EUA, but they're yet to receive full FDA approval because it takes time. But you can expect that to happen by this fall. So based on the trials and the real-world data so far, we know that the vaccines are overall very safe. Once there's full FDA approval, expect mass mandates throughout this country. So that's going to be all for this video. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a like. And if you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell notification. That way you don't miss out on my next one.